Greetings, family. Greetings, African people. I want to greet you in the honorable spirit of all our great freedom fighters who have came and struggled and fought for the freedom of African people. Welcome to Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani. This is episode 45. I would like to discuss the issue of voting. What does voting mean to African people? In this season of international politics, in this season of electoral politics, particularly in the United States of America, with the big presidential race taking place at the moment between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, what does election mean to African people? And this is an opportunity for us to discuss. How does a revolutionary respond to electoral politics within the context of neocolonialism, within the context of an imperialist state or a capitalist state like America and many of the states in Europe? What is the position that a Pan-Africanist, a revolutionary Pan-Africanist should take in reference to these phenomena that take place amongst our people? And this is a vast subject, but I wanted to let you know, my people, that politics is a very important and a very significant issue that we should not take lightly. Electoral politics is a tool that we can use to advance the cause of our liberation. We cannot avoid politics. We cannot avoid the fact that we have to survive within capitalist society, within imperialist and neo-colonialist society. We are affected by the laws. We are affected by the rules that is set by these forces. And in any situation where we can influence any policy that benefits our people, we should take that opportunity. The only thing that we have to keep in mind is to know exactly what we're dealing with. You're not dealing with a revolutionary situation where you're going to all of a sudden overturn society and make things better overnight. We must be clear about what can be achieved within electoral politics. We're not going to overthrow capitalism and imperialism through electoral politics, at least not at the moment, considering how the political system is stacked in favor of the ruling class and those who have money and influences and those who control the media and the educational establishment. They have a certain control over the minds of our people. They dictate what is normal, what is acceptable, and they will vote according to how our people have been trained. Now, saying that, there are still many things that we can achieve and accomplish in electoral politics. If we have the numbers and we are in communities and there are electoral politics taking place, we can actually vote for the right people or for the right set of policy that can benefit us. Remember, my people, that whether we like it or not, whether we engage with it or not, we will be affected by the policies that's been created by these various governance institutions. The laws that governs our schools, governs how much money the hospitals get, how our community is designed, how our environment is protected. All these laws are determined by the electoral process. They are the result of legislation, and legislation is written by politicians. And the politicians can dictate the terms and conditions of how society is governed. So inasmuch that we can influence in any political direction that can bring benefit to our people, it is in our best interest that we do that. We need to make sure that we engage, particularly in local politics, where institutions on the local level can bring instant and immediate and direct benefit to the people on the ground, especially the local council areas, the parish council, the city council, those institutions on the ground that can actually ensure that the schools, the basic schools are funded, to ensure that our elderly are taken care of, to ensure that our teachers are being taken care of, and to protect our environment. We have to live here and now while we wait for that revolution to take place, while we build a mass movement that can galvanize our people, where we, the forces of liberation, can take over and run society and govern society in our interest and in the interest of the working people and the common people. Until then, we have to use what we have to get what we want. Use the electoral process as available to you. Choose wisely the politician that you will support. And if you got the skills and you got the citizenship, you need to make yourself available for political office so you can go in there and write the laws to govern our society. So it's not a win all or lose all. It's not a win all or lose all situation. We are in a situation we have to compromise within the colonial system, within the capitalist system. And you got various forms of so-called democratic institution, a democratic system in place. We have to learn them, and we got to use them to the best of our benefit and to the best of our interests. So I would never advocate for you not to engage in electoral politics. I would only say just know what you keep your expectation in check. Know the limitation of what you're getting involved in. But if you want better schools, you have to make sure that you fight for better school. You want more medical service available to our people, you have to fight for that. It's our interest that we have to fight for. We have to fight for our interests. We have to fight for things that meaningful to ourselves, that can bring immediate benefit to our people. You know what I'm saying? So if we need more training centers, we have to get a politician that can advocate for that so we can have training centers in our community. If we need better schools, more funding for our schools, a new curriculum in our schools. And if we want to demand reparations for damage of enslavement and colonization on our people, we have to push the kind of policies, push the kind of politician that will advocate on our behalf and willing to write laws to bring about what we want. So we have to be willing to use the system to get what we want while we wait for the revolution. Because we have to live here and now. We have to survive. We have to pay our bills. We have to look after our children, and we have to drive on the road that's there right now. So if we can fight for policies to make better roads for ourselves and build better infrastructure to provide clean water and electricity in every area where everybody is connected, we have internet services and modern technology available to everyone. We have better rules and regulation on the roads to protect the pedestrians and protect passengers. We have to push for those things. And the only institution in a society that can transform and can shape a society is the political institutions. And that's where we have to get our hands on political power. And we have to be willing to vote, register, become a part of the process, even to serve on jury, to determine the outcome of criminal cases. You have to be registered to vote. Even to become judges in a society, the politicians them actually have to pick the judges. And in some cases, judges are elected and sheriff departments are elected because we have a say in the kind of police forces and the kind of law enforcement agency that operate in our community. And many times it's the politicians them that write the laws that govern the conduct of these polices. And some politicians are giving the police and law enforcement officers them full immunity to do what they want in our community. And we cannot allow those things to happen. We need politicians who are going to put a check, they're going to demand accountability to anybody operating in our community. I don't care if you're a social worker, or you are a police, or you are a district attorney, or you are a judge. There should be some kind of code of conduct that governs you, and there's some kind of measures in place to hold you accountable for your actions. So we need to make sure we have laws on the books to protect us from evil and wicked people. particularly with police with guns in their hands. They must be able to be respectful to our citizens, but firm and execute justice. So justice is what we ask for from everybody that deals with our community. Justice with dignity. So the objective of this message is to say, yes, my people, we have to engage in electoral politics. We have to be engaged in the voting process where it concerns our people. And I know right now in America, there's a heated debate about who to vote for. And I hear some black people talking about them want to vote for Donald Trump, which is madness, a vile, disgusting racist like that. How can you even think about that? After what the man said about our Haitian brothers and sisters, accusing them of eating cats and dogs, and we have black man who still support this kind of vile man. I don't understand how we have lost our standard. How can you support somebody like that? Who lie in your face, you know? Who does disrespect you in your face, and you want to support him? And you have an African woman, a black woman there, you don't want to support because you have 1,001 issue with her, but you're willing to support this man here. And you can't tell me one policy with the man push to benefit you. The man is a anti-immigrant, anti-racist. He's a racist, not anti-racist. He's a straight-out racist, you know? And he's a misogynist. He's been an adjudicated rapist. He's a cheat. He's a liar. He's a criminal, you know? And him and shafted so many business people who have done business with him have shafted them. Imagine the man who own vice president say he won't vote for him, say no fit for your office. You know, see, them own, you know, the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, you know, in America, them have a council, you know. A council with all of the military heads, them, you know, get together, you know. And them have one man in charge of all of the different military department, them, you know. They call him the chairman of the Joint Chief of Staff, you know, of the United States military. Him come out and said him would never, him said Donald Trump is not fit to be president of the United States. You know, see, and people still would have voted for him, in them own people, them, many of them don't support him because he have a vile and disgusting character. You know, see. But anyway, me not expect no salvation from Donald Trump or from Kamala Harris or from the Democrats or the Republicans. We not expect them to come and save black people. But wherever we can influence policy, we can vote, especially on the local level, to bring about policy for the benefit of our people. We must push it. And especially to keep racists like Donald Trump out of political power, we have to do it. We have to do it, my people. We have to go out and vote. We have to support the best interests of our people, knowing that there is no silver bullet, there is no panacea, there is no perfection, and no nirvana going to come from voting. You're not going to vote today and tomorrow all of a sudden all of a problem is solved. It is one tool that we have to utilize periodically to help get better service for our people and get better benefits for our people. You know, see, to make sure that the homeless is taken care of, make sure that the people in poverty, make sure the people who are destitute are taken care of. That's one of the ways we can do it, because the government have the biggest resources in any society. Even the tax policy to ensure that the super rich and the billionaire them pay their fair share, so we can get some of that resources out of those billionaires and millionaires and use it to build a better society for our people, to ensure that they build better schools. That money comes from the billions of dollars where them reap every year from the exploitation of the workers and the resources them around the world. Some of that resources can come back into the community to help solve problems that we are faced with. A lot of the social ills that we are faced with, we have to use that resources, and politicians can tax these major corporations and these multi-billionaires and multi-millionaires and use that money now for the benefit of the people in the society, in the communities. So that is some of the powers that the politicians have and politics have. But unfortunately, many of these politicians are in the pockets of these billionaires and millionaires and these major corporations. That's why when we find a grassroots candidate that are speaking our language, that are standing up for our interests, we have to defend them and protect them and support them and vote for them. Straight up. But don't expect no utopia for result from voting. That's all I have to tell you, my people. So thank you very much for listening to this broadcast, this podcast. This is number 45 now, my people. I do want to ask you to do me a favor. Subscribe to this program and share it and give a comment and tell me what you think about politics. Is it okay? Is it okay for a revolutionary to get involved in politics or a Pan-Africanist to? Is it okay for a Pan-Africanist to engage in electoral politics? Knowing that we want the society to be transformed, knowing that we want a society for the people and by the people. You know, so it is within this context that we have to make our choices. And I want to thank you very much for listening to this program. This has been Clear Thinking with Brother Dulani. Thank you very much, my people. Hotep, walk good, Ashe, walk good, my people.